Welcome to the Voice of the June Lotus, a sacred space for truth, alignment, healing, and inner guidance. I'm your host, B. Juanhari, holistic life coach, wellness guide, and intuitive energy alchemist. Here, we explore the path of inner transformation through soulful reflections, gentle guidance, and real conversations. Whether you're navigating change, reconnecting with your intuition, or simply craving more peace in your life, you're in the right place. Now, take a deep breath, settle in, and let's tune into the wisdom within. Welcome back. In today's episode, we're diving into a big question. Who do you think you are? From the time we are little, we've been figuring that out, exploring life through our senses, through what we see, hear, taste, touch, and smell. And for some of us, those senses have always been a little more heightened. Maybe you've seen things others couldn't see, or felt things you couldn't quite explain. Through those early experiences, we started making sense of the world. We figured out what we liked and what we didn't, our favorite foods, and the ones we swore we'd never eat again, the kind of people we vibe with, the relationships that feel safe and nourishing. As we grew up, we started shaping our identity through choices: where we live, what we wear, how we style our hair, the music we listen to, the spaces we hang out in. Every day, in small ways, we've been defining who we are. And every day we still do that. Every choice we make continues to reveal something about us. So, today, let's take a moment to pause and really ask ourselves, who am I becoming? And am I choosing that on purpose? Who wants to know? Depending on how it's said, who do you think you are can land very differently. Sometimes it comes up in moments of tension or confrontation. When we start to grow or change, or at a moment of self-reflection. A coach or life coach might ask, who do you think you are? Not to shame you, but to help you see yourself more clearly. Depending on the tone, that one little question can either tear you down or wake you up. It's important to know that when someone asks that question, it's rarely just about ego or attitude. On a deeper spiritual and emotional level, the question often appears at a moment of identity expansion. When a person is stepping into a version of themselves that others, or even themselves, aren't used to yet. Here are 4 ways it may unfold. Number one, a mirror of resistance. When others say it, it often reflects their discomfort with your growth. Maybe you're speaking up, setting boundaries, or walking a path that no longer seeks external validation. That triggers something in them, a reminder of their own unexpressed power or unhealed parts. So, who do you think you are becomes their way of saying, you're changing and I don't know how to handle it. Number two, an invitation to claim yourself. Spiritually, the question can become a sacred call to own your identity. Instead of shrinking or apologizing, you can answer it, even silently, with truth. I am someone awakening to my value and my worth. I am someone remembering I've always been. I am someone learning to stand in my light and in my power. It's a turning point, a chance to choose self-recognition over external recognition or self-doubt. Number three, the ego and the essence. Sometimes life itself asks this question, especially during transitions or moments of deep introspection, also known as the dark night of the soul. The question challenges the ego identity you've built: titles, roles, external validation. And it guides you towards your soul identity, authenticity, purpose, connection to source. Who do you think you are becomes a whisper from the universe asking, are you ready to remember who you truly are? Number four, a sign of emergence. If you hear this question from others or within, it usually means you're on the verge of becoming. You're no longer who you used to be, and not yet who you're becoming. It's the tension between your past self and your emerging self. Reflection. There's a moment that comes on everyone's path of transformation. It's the moment when someone or life itself looks you in the eye and asks, who do you think you are? At first, those words can sting. They can sound like doubt, challenge, or disapproval. But if you listen a little deeper, beneath the tone and tension, you might hear something else, an invitation. The question often arrives when you're expanding beyond the familiar, when you start trusting yourself more than the opinions of others, when you begin setting boundaries, speaking your truth, and allowing yourself to shine in ways you once dimmed down. In that moment, the question isn't meant to shame you. It's meant to awaken you. It serves as a mirror, a signal that you're stepping into a bigger version of yourself, one that might make others uncomfortable and even make you a little unsure. But it's also proof that you are growing. The deeper meaning. Spiritually, who do you think you are? Is the soul's way of asking. Do you remember who you've always been? Because your power, your wisdom, your light are not new, they've simply been waiting for you to catch up to them. Every time you outgrow an old version of yourself, this question reappears, not as an obstacle, but as a rite of passage. So instead of hearing it as an accusation, hear it as an invitation, an awakening. Pause, breathe. Answer softly but firmly from your truth. I am someone who's learning to trust myself. I am someone who no longer shrinks to fit. I am becoming who I was always meant to be. Journal reflection. So let's slow down for a second and turn inward. Please take out your journal and allow a moment to explore the following questions. Number 1, when have I heard the words, "Who do you think you are?" from others or from my own inner voice? Number 2, what part of me was trying to emerge or be seen in that moment? Number 3, how did I respond then? And how would I like to respond now? Number 4, if I were to answer that question from my heart and soul, not my fear, what would I say? Number 5, what version of me is asking to step forward next? Number 6, what do I need to change about my thinking, my mindset, and my actions that will allow me to better express who I think I am in all aspects of my life? Closing thought. When you hear, "Who do you think you are?" again, take it as a confirmation that you're walking the edge of transformation. You're expanding beyond what's known. You're being called into alignment with your truth. So don't shrink. Don't explain yourself. Simply stand, breathe, remember, and take action. Allow yourself to continue to become exactly who you were born to be. Thank you for joining me in this sacred space. If today's episode resonated with you, please share it with someone you know and help the growth of this community by subscribing or leaving a review. If you'd like to go deeper in your own journey, feel free to learn more about my coaching or guided support by visiting www.thejunlotus.com. This is the voice of the June Lotus, honoring the voice of wisdom within.